Hey New England Patriots fans, welcome to another video on our channel, the ultimate meeting point where our overwhelming passion for the Pats never takes a break. The mandatory mini-camp has unfortunately come to an end, and we're officially entering those long, tortuous, and painful 6 weeks of complete NFL news desert, the famous and dreaded off-season dead period. But if you think we're going to just sit around waiting for time to pass, you're very wrong, because here the real information doesn't stop for a single second, and our blood boils for the team. Honestly, I need to open my heart and be 100% honest with each of you watching now. What just happened in these last few days of intense activities in Foxborough left me with a level of excitement and adrenaline that I haven't felt in a long time with this roster. We are facing a moment of absurd transformation, and I could barely contain my excitement to sit here and dissect every technical detail with you, as if we were having that good old bar conversation between fanatic friends who breathe American football from the moment they wake up until they go to sleep. We're going to talk about 2 true physical marvels who completely stole the show in training, dominated the trenches, and showed that the future of our franchise is in incredibly qualified hands, ready to put New England back on top of the world. But before I reveal all the details, expose the behind the scenes of this fantastic story, and bring you the heavy data that proves what I'm saying, I want to make a special request to our wonderful community. Go ahead and give us a like and smash that thumbs up button to support our work, and take the opportunity to scroll down to the comments section and answer our question of the day. Which rookie player are you most genuinely anxious and eager to see playing with full protective gear when training camp really begins in Foxborough? I really want to see
Because
your
our
overwhelming
interactivity
opinions. Is what drives this channel and makes our voice resonate strongly even behind the scenes of the franchise. So, leave your guess, prepare your sacred blue and red jersey, adjust your headphones, and pay close attention, because from now on we are going to dive headfirst into the real facts that are shaping the birth of a new era of glory for the New England Patriots. To ensure you all understand with pinpoint accuracy where our 2026 season begins to drastically change, of course, we need to outline the real scenario and current context of our offensive line on the New England training grounds. Imagine the following scene that repeated itself throughout the last week. The thermometers marking the characteristic June heat. The impeccable Foxborough field welcoming the athletes for training without protective pads, and suddenly, a significant absence is noticed by all the journalists present. Veteran Morgan Moses, our experienced offensive lineman, was rested and completely absent from practice due to physical issues. In a normal situation, this would cause widespread panic among fans and analysts. After all, losing your main protector in the trenches is the nightmare of any NFL coaching staff. However, what seemed like a problem turned into the perfect opportunity, and all eyes of the coaching staff, scouts, and journalists were completely fixed on a single, imposing human figure who seemed like a true giant walking among mortals. I'm talking about Caleb Lomu, our spectacular first-round pick, the absolute 28th pick, who just signed his official rookie contract with the franchise and has already shown an overwhelming personality on the field. Now, I want you, the listener, to pay close attention to this kid's tactical movements during public workouts. All of the American sports media and the vast majority of fans automatically and understandably assumed that he would be molded strictly to be our brilliant tackle of the future. He dominated opponents playing exclusively on the left side of the offensive line in Utah. But what we witnessed in practice broke with all the cliches and obvious expectations of the league. Lomu wasn't stuck in a corner of the field watching the veterans or doing light transition drills. He was thrown directly into the crossfire, taking on crucial repetitions on both sides of the offensive line, switching positions with frightening ease and demonstrating a flexibility that left even the most experienced coordinators grinning from ear to ear. The atmosphere in training completely changed when that young man with long arms and incredibly agile feet positioned himself in front of the starting defenders, showing that the New England Patriots hadn't just selected another lineman, but a force of nature capable of dictating the pace of the trenches for many, many years. It was precisely against this backdrop of pure experimentation and intensity that Coach Mike Vrabel went public in his last press conference and definitively laid all his cards on the table. Caleb Lomu will be our official swing tackle for the 2026 season. Do you know what that means in the real-world practice of modern American football, my friend? It means that this kid is, from now on, the first immediate and elite backup for any hole or emergency that may arise in our offensive line, whether covering the left side, the right side, or even filling in as a guard if the injury which decides to attack our roster, as the limited situation of Elijah Vera Tucker has already been worrying. Vrabel didn't mince words and publicly praised the rookie's cognitive ability and flexibility, emphasizing that he learns tactical concepts extremely quickly and rarely makes the same mistake twice in a row during drills. Now, I need to express my honest opinion as a fan who has followed this franchise for decades. I really didn't expect to see so much technical maturity from a rookie offensive lineman in his very first touches of the NFL ball. And for those who like to base their emotions on concrete and irrefutable data, take a look at Lomu's numbers last year in college, which prove that the management was surgical in the draft. The kid recorded the impressive mark of 0 sacks allowed throughout the entire regular season. His pass protection rating, evaluated by the renowned PFF platform, was an absurd 82.0, while his overall rating was a solid 68.3. In a total of 823 snaps played in the fiery world of college football, he allowed a mere 8 pressures against his quarterback and committed only for silly penalties. That's surgical efficiency. Caleb Lomu himself confessed in his press conferences that the tactical transition process required a lot of mental focus, and that the first official training session positioned on the right side of the line seemed somewhat strange at first, since he had spent his entire life accustomed to the mechanics of the left side. However, with an exemplary work ethic, the player stated that after a few exhaustive practice sessions, he already feels completely comfortable, natural, and ready for combat. Seeing a young talent absorb a complex playbook like New England's at this speed gives us the certainty that our front line has gained a significant reinforcement, capable of guaranteeing the necessary silence and security in the pocket so that our aerial plays flow with total perfection, and explosiveness in the crowd. But if you think the biggest and most impactful story of overcoming adversity and talent from this mini camp was limited to our offense, my friend, take a deep breath and hold on tight, because the true phenomenon of June's training wears the heavy number 91 jersey and goes by the name of Elijah Ponder. The man is simply playing at an unbelievable level of aggression and speed on the sidelines. We are witnessing the birth of a true force of nature in the Patriots pass rush, a meteoric rising star who is garnering rave reviews and leaving the entire coaching staff completely speechless with his physical and mental evolution. With starters Harold Landry and Gabe Backus absent from field activities for different reasons, the golden opportunity knocked on Ponder's door, and he not only opened the door, but kicked it down with both feet, being immediately promoted to receive the vast majority of repetitions with the first team starting defense. You know what he did in front of everyone's watchful eyes? A true hell in the lives of our quarterbacks, breaking blocks with frightening ease and demonstrating a lateral agility that seemed exclusive to the league's most celebrated veterans. Patriots outside linebackers coach Mike Smith couldn't contain his enthusiasm and made a remarkable statement. He explicitly stated that he has very high expectations for Ponder's future, highlighting that the game of football seems to have finally slowed down in the athlete's mind, allowing him to brilliantly anticipate the movements of the opposing offensive line. Smith also emphasized that Ponder made some such spectacular and athletic plays at the end of the pass rush this spring that they left everyone at the training center with that clear feeling of witnessing something genuinely special. If you, like me, are completely fascinated by this fantastic evolution and want to continue receiving all the bombshell updates about the New England Patriots behind-the-scenes action, take advantage of this exact moment in our journey to click the subscribe button right below. Our community is rapidly approaching the historic milestone of 50,000 YouTube subscribers, and your subscription is the essential fuel for us to continue bringing you this fan-to-fan content with maximum energy, passion, and professional dedication. Don't be left out of this family of fanatics. Click here and become part of our team. Now to broaden our perspective and place this entire situation within a much wider historical and strategic context, we need to recall Elijah Ponder's recent trajectory, because his current resounding success is by no means a mere stroke of luck or a passing summer flop in the NFL. For those who don't remember or have overlooked the player's history, Ponder generated a lot of gossip in the league when he arrived last year as a complete undrafted rookie from the modest and little-known Cal Poly University. He spent the entire first half of the last regular season languishing on the bench, receiving virtually no real opportunity to show his worth and adapting to the brutal pace of the league. But now, pay close attention to this crucial and fascinating statistical detail that the mainstream sports media simply ignored. All 4 of his sacks and 15 total pressures generated last season happened solely and exclusively in the final stretch of the year, in the last 6 official games, right after the end of the NFL trade deadline. The kids simply exploded in performance when the team most needed fresh blood on the field. He understood the speed of the professional game and transformed himself into a lethal weapon off the bench. When we connect this history of overcoming adversity with the Patriots' current situation, the story becomes even more dramatic and interesting for us. Our second-round pick, Gabe Backus, is embroiled in a protracted and complicated contract saga with management. Has not. Overcoming adversity is unfolding before our eyes. Now, the final word is with you, the biggest and most fanatical fan base on the planet in American football. In your honest opinion as a Pats fan, do you believe that Elijah Ponder has the necessary talent and technical consistency to dethrone the competition and definitively steal the starting position in our pass rush throughout the 2026 season? And what about Caleb Lomu? Would you prefer to see the kid develop as our all-rounder swing tackle? Or do you think he should immediately take over the starting position on one side of the offensive line? Leave your detailed comment below in our discussion area, smash that like button to show the strength of our fan base, share this video in WhatsApp groups with that friend of yours who is also completely fanatical about the New England Patriots. And don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any bombshell updates that come up during these 6 weeks of the off-season. Our journey towards great victories is just beginning, and we will follow every step of this process together, like a true family, united by our love for the sport. A huge hug to each and every one of you, and as always, from the bottom of my heart, let's go Pats! Until the next video, God bless you and thank you.